virtual light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race is mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I pay my dues. Study every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I've chased the line, I've earned my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I pay my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of the server, I'm winning tonight. Shift up, hold steady, I'm crossing that line. I race in glory, this moment's mine. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. Burning and pixels collide. Steel and rubber in a world online. Every corner's a war to survive. Lead foot's keeping the fire alive. Engines in the void, thundering low. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Lead foot TV, where the night won't end. Screaming sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Lead foot TV, lead foot TV, lead foot TV. Engines in the void, thundering low. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Lead foot TV, where the night won't end. Tires screaming sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Lead foot TV, lead foot TV, lead foot TV, lead foot TV, lead foot TV. TV. Engines in the dark, waiting to scream. Steel and thunder, born from a dream. Shadows tremble, the silence breaks. Power awakens, the ground will shake. Let foot TV feel the ground ignite. Through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Lights on the horizon. and chains. The track remembers, it takes its due. Legends falling and legends break through. Let for TV feel the ground ignite. Through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Lights on the horizon, fire in the veins. Every lap written in blood and chains. The track remembers, it takes its due. Legends fallen and legends break through. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Let for TV, the fire never dies. Let for TV feel the ground ignite. Through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Let for TV, the fire never dies.
You talk too much, but the track don't lie. Quit stalling out, quit wasting time. Let me wait for this, pedal to the floor. Quit whining, drive like you want more. Quit whining and drive, feel the thrill ignite. On like foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire is the throttle we trust. Webbing doors at 200 strong. The weak get wrecked, the brave roll on. Every life's a war, no mercy inside. If you came to complain, step off the ride. The time is ticking, the engine's roared. Cool and drive, that's what it's for. From the sims to the screen, it's the edge of your seat. Burning rubber where legends compete. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On like foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Lights out, hearts pounding, the countdown scream. You're strapped in the cockpit of a digital dream. No tears, no fear, just a checkered sky. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive, let the wild take control. On the foot TV, it's a race for the soul. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Green flags alive. Quit whining and drive.
Screens lit up, the grid's alive. Engines roar in this digital drive. Sweat on my brow, I burn the midnight oil. Lap after lap, carve my name in the soil. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight.
Welcome into Leadfoot TV. I'm your announcer tonight, Chris Golden, alongside the man pushing all the buttons, Tracy Brown in production. We are here for the High Roller 200 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, presented by Downtown Auto Sales, the SoarDogg Cup Series. It's going to be a good one. Our SoarDogg pole winner, Christian Barnes, tonight. Great performance last week at Phoenix. Already a great start here tonight with Barnes sitting on the pole as last week's winner, Janik, outside pole. Going to be 133 laps here tonight. Let's go ahead and run down your starting grid. Christian Barnes, Evan Janik are going to be bringing up your front row there. Second row, Alex Polak, Cedric Hipkins, Cedric Hipkins, my apologies. Dana Ryan, Michael Kish, Isaac Wilson, Jose Mercado had a lot of bad luck at Phoenix last week, but able to get it all put back together and back out here starting 8th tonight. Anthony Trippi and Devin Lucan are going to be rounding out your starting order in the top 10. We're rolling on through. Brock Whiteman, Robbie Good, Gino Valenti, another had a lot of issues last week. Noah, I'm going to say Ganger, I'm probably going to mess that up throughout the night, so just a heads up. Jerry Saladas, Ryan Bittler, Joshua Thornton, Stephen Gill, Andrew Allen, and Jason Steptoe are going to be rounding out your top 20 starting orders. And starting shotgun back here on the field, these two guys, Travis Bieber and Caleb Jones. Great run for Bieber last week. If I remember correctly, he was running top 5 there, and we are getting ready to go green. Lights out on the pace car already. Right here, 133 laps, 200 miles at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Downtown Auto Sales, Christian Barnes will be bringing them to the green. What an exciting weekend. I'm loving this series already. It's already our second race producing this series, and it has become one of my favorites. The SoarDogg Cup Series, ready to rock and roll as that Ford Mustang pace car pulls off. Domino's Pizza pointing the way out front. SoarDogg green flag right there. Barnes with a great jump. Janik outside did not quite get a good jump. He's really bottlenecked up those 3 cars behind him. But Janik is going to jump down to that inside line and go for the lead already in turns 1 and 2. Patience is overrated here as Evan Janik from Lockport, New York, jumps out to take the lead from Barnes. But Barnes is not going to let it go. He's fighting back right there on the outside. They are 2 by 2 seeing who is going to lead this first lap. And they are 3 rows deep. Barnes gonna lead the first one. Janik gave it all he had though, but Janik may get him right here. You're getting a little push back there from the 3. Great racing action all over the track already. These guys back and forth, weaving in and out, rolling right along. Getting a little update there of trading paints on our cars as we do get all of that put back together, ready to rock and roll with these new schemes here. Beautiful Tide car there, the 01. And the 3 is going around off the nose of, looked like the 92 of Pollock. Michael Kish in the 3 out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania with Maverick Motorsports. And that is going to be our first Downtown Auto Sales caution flag of the night here on lap 3. We're going to run it back here and get another look at exactly what happened here. If the 3 came down or the 92 came up, like a little crossover there from the 92 of Alex. Rolling along, 92, tried to get that crossover down below the apron. Oh! We never want to point any fingers here by any means, but I believe Alex may have gotten a little tight down there on that apron and just barely slid up. We couldn't really tell from that angle, but it was definitely tight racing right there. We'll see, get a good view here. He's down on the apron, Oh, definitely washed up the track there. Bummer. That's one of those things you never want to see, and I'm sure Alex would never want to do anything like that on purpose. Just a barely a wiggle there, and that's what happens in these races. With such tight racing, such talented drivers, you're going to have that from time to time. So that's part of it that you're going to have to deal with. But we are looking out our first caution of the night. And we are just kind of riding along here right now. On board, there's our replay logo. Little technical difficulties there. We're trying to get everything mapped out. And we are back cockpit view with looks like our leader Barnes. We are right there behind the pace car, Christian Barnes. We got everybody getting them lined up here. Light's not out on the pace car yet, so we're waiting on everybody to get single file. We'll kind of do, you can see all of our running order running across the top of your screen there. And as we do have this first caution, let's do a quick rundown of your positions. I mean, we've got Barnes in second, Janik third, Lucan up to third, Janik second. I'm just tongue-tied all over the place tonight. Ryan up to fourth, Pollock still fifth, Gooden sixth, Ganger seventh, Whiteman eighth, Bittler ninth, Wilson, Valenti, Salidas, Mercado, Gill, Allen, Trippy, Steptoe, Bieber, Jones, and Thornton are rounding out your top 20. And looks like I'm showing as far as timing and scoring, Wilson may be off track at the moment. Tracy, can you pull the 93? Looks like he might have came down pit road there. Sure enough, the SoarDogg 93 of Isaac Wilson coming into pit. Not sure if he may have had some damage there or just trying to short pit and get a little bit of an advantage. But 5 laps in, only 3 laps green here. Definitely an issue there, I would say, for that SoarDogg 93 car. But these guys up front, I mean, last week's our vote last week for paint scheme of the race was Lucan, already back up here in third. I mean, we're kind of seeing almost a replica of what we saw last week at the start of the race in Phoenix. Same guys up front, same guys racing amazingly well. And we are slowly but surely getting them lined up. And I believe, yep, there's Devin Lucan right there we were just talking about. That 52 car running fourth out of Sonora, Georgia. Loving that tide scheme this week, though. Ricky Craven, Darrell Walsh. I can never tell which tide throwback it is because there were so many that all looked alike. But Dana Ryan out of Vienna, West Virginia, Rocket One iRacing, the 01 car, sitting right there. Looks like 1, 2, maybe third or fourth on this restart. And it looks like, yeah, the inside row, Barnes and Janik both choosing the inside there. Somewhat odd, unless there is a mix-up in the lineups here. 01 should be fourth, and Lucan should be third. Not sure how they do their lineups here, but everybody seems to be happy with it and ready to roll, and the lights are out on that Ford Mustang pace car. As we're getting lined up here, 27 out front, 01 backed off a little there. Into the restart zone, and we are green again. The SoarDogg green flag flies one more time here for the High Roller 200, presented by Downtown Auto Sales, and we are rolling off into turn 1, 2, 3, and a couple spots might even be 4 wide in the back, but the 27 and the 60 going at it once again. Let's see if we see some more haymakers from Janik here. Janik and Barnes, class of the field right now as they go door to door. Janik may clear him. Janik's got him clear, slides up in front of Barnes. Janik will take that lap. Janik and Barnes running 1-2. That beautiful purple car back there running third. 22-01. All of the others. Ooh, a lot of action here from the 01. 3, 4, even looks like almost even 5 wide back in the back. Noah from Spokane, Washington, rolling around right here in 6th in that 22 car. Robbie Good in the 77, putting on a heck of a show here tonight. And the 41 right there behind him seems to be just kind of content to ride right at the tail end of this lead pack. Really playing the strategy well here, trying to stay out in clean air. Got him kind of perched up top there. Not really pushing the issue. And okay, I guess he heard us talking about him and decided he wanted to put on a show as he dives inside the 22. Christian Barnes, the 24, making another charge on Janik for the lead. Barnes will lead that one as we are now lap 10 of 133. What a battle we have up front as these guys stay door to door. They're not able to pull away from the third place car of Lucan. And they're all single file again. This front pack is really starting to pull away from everyone else. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars under a blanket right there. All just pretty much running their own lines as the two leaders just keep throwing haymakers at each other as Janik leads that lap. Just absolutely back and forth here. Lucan just back here watching the show. I mean, I'm kind of envious of Lucan in that 52 car right now because he has the best seat in the house. He's getting better camera angles than even the rest of us are as they're zigging and zagging back there 3 wide for 10th. Trippy, Salidas, and Thornton rolling back there 3 wide. Man, well, there goes Lucan making a move. The 63 making a move as well. Salidas on Trippy. Definitely going to make a charge, try to get back up to that lead group. They have 13 of Bittler as well. Bittler, can't tell if it's Newports or Pall Malls tonight, but he is definitely ready to move to the front. He has got the Pall Mall car, and he is on the hood with the Pall Mall and his driver photo. Sorry, Lucan. Bittler is my dude. I know we have to stay unbiased, but Bittler is my dude. Dadgummit, I hope he wins this race. I can't say that as an announcer, but I just did, so fire me. But a Pall Mall car with a mullet, smoking a Pall Mall, there ain't nobody in the field that's going to be mad at that one being picked as a favorite, I guarantee you. But the 77 making a move right here is good, making a move on Lucan for third, as Janik's almost 2/10 out in front of Barnes, as these guys have jumped out to almost a second over third place of Lucan. And then Good is going to run him out, absolutely out of room up top, and open the door for the 41 of Whiteman to come in on that bottom line, which seems to be the fast line right now. But what a great run they got on the outside to fight back. Lucan, he is making that car 3 lanes wide right now and doing it against the wall at that. I mean, Good absolutely just took his line away, and he still pulled away from him. What a move. That was pretty exciting. I got kind of pumped for that, as we are on, looks like about 15 of 133 now. Rolling through, rolling along. Pollock now falling back to 14th after that early incident. Not sure if he may have some damage from that, but Kish in the 3 car, the one that actually got spun, is rolling around back there in 19th. So I did not see him come down pit road to get fresh rubbers. He might have flat spotted those tires during that caution, but he's content right now to just ride around the back, try to save the car and race safe. But there's a couple guys that do not want to do that. We see the 25 and the 6 coming by Trippy of Thornton and Mercado, both of them coming by Trippy there on the outside. But Trippy getting a great run on the outside, getting right up on Mercado. Whoo, Anthony Trippy is, man, he is putting the motion on these boys back and forth. He is right there. Oh, we got one around. A little smoke. Everything seemed to be okay. We do not. We got one mowing the grass. It's Lucan. Lucan's in the grass. Probably got loose coming out of 4. Devin Lucan running third. So here's the question, Tracy. We're still green. Is it possible to do a quick replay so we can see if Lucan got loose on his own or if his maneuvers may have got him pulled across the nose of somebody? Take a look back here. Oh, 2 cars, 2 through the grass. Okay, so definitely the latter. Looks like Lucan might have went to put the moves on the 77. Oh, no, Lucan bounced off the wall. Lucan in the 52 bounces it off the wall into Good, and they both just go through mowing the grass. That can't be good for that $250,000 suspension. Good gets her locked down, gets everybody saved, everybody straight, and we stay green. But whew, what a pucker moment right there as we see Lucan come down pit road. Man, that's going to be tough right there, running third and now on pit road, going to at least be 1 lap down. That's got to be a tough one right there. What a killer. As he's taking tires as well. Devin Lucan from Sonora, Georgia, Fast Living Motorsports, is now going to be tagging on to the back of the pack. 22nd from third in the blink of an eye. Welcome to motorsports, ladies and gentlemen. That is the heartbreak that you see sometimes in motorsports, and Lucan is living it right now, especially after that great run last week. What a bummer there. But I might have given old Bittler the broadcaster curse, as he's fallen back to 20th, 12 seconds off. A little bit of our race details here. 133 laps, 202 miles. We have a stage break at lap 33 and at 67, so they are coming up. We have 5 sets of tires in the pits, no fast repairs, and 1 green-white checker. So any damage that these guys get will not be repaired quickly. So they're just going to have to make do if they get damaged. And speaking of damage, right now, Janik and Barnes are putting a whipping on third place, as they have jumped out to about a 2.5-second lead over Ryan and Whiteman. Just kind of running around doing their own thing, deciding that, hey, this is going to be our race, and we're going to run it our way, the way we want to do it. And so far, it's working out, but we're showing Gill and Bittler back there 19th and 20th. They are the only two that are 10 seconds off of our leaders right now, of 12 and 13 seconds. Stephen Gill, just kind of riding around here, keeping decent pace. He's about 3 seconds behind the 18 of Volante right now. Both of these guys actually are about 3 seconds off of 18th place. And Kish has now passed Pollock from 16th and 17th after that earlier spin. They're both kind of tail end of the field here. We can see that the 3 of Kish right there trying to make a move on the 12 of Jones. 92 of Pollock just falling further and further off the pace. I'm not sure if he may have an issue or if he's just trying to save to get to the end of this first stage here. There are cars spread out all over the track. Caleb Jones there, Deltona, Florida. Not Daytona, Florida, Deltona, Florida. Very familiar with that area of Florida as well. Currently running 15th in that Dwayne Jones Racing number 12. The old Mark Martin Winn-Dixie throwback. Love that car. Love racing history. This reminds me of the 80s right here. The old Goodwrench 3. And I wish it was the 6, but the Winn-Dixie 12. Just going at it right there. That's old Mark Martin and Dale going at it. That was pretty cool. Joshua Thornton, the 25, running 7th right now. Really eyeballing that 6 car right there ahead of him of Mercado. Tracy, let me toss it to you here for just a moment, and I will return shortly.
As we have our first yellow flag, or I think it is the first yellow flag. Black Diamond yellow flag. I'm going to see if we can figure out exactly what happened. As I am showing that it's going to be Noah Ganger involved in some way or another here. Let's see if we can get a good view. The 22 goes up into the 01. That would be Noah Ganger, and then the 01 must have come back up. We'll see if we can't back this up a little bit and see exactly what happened. But I'm assuming that the 01 went up into the wall and probably came down in front of some faster cars. As we see the 01 of Dana Ryan going into the wall, coming down, and sure enough, let's see if we can find out who that was. That was the 25 car of Joshua Thornton. Boy, he just gets clipped, and he is going to come back up into the pack and catches another car. Is at 63 of Jerry Salatis. Oh my goodness, it was just like a case of dominoes going on there as far as the yellow flags and cautions and wrecks happened. So wow, that's going to shake up the field, especially with no fast repairs being available. As we see the 60 of Janik here, Evan Janik out of Lockport, New York, racing for Black Diamond Motorsports. Currently your leader. And I'm not real sure if this is close enough to the stage break to be considered a stage break or not. From my understanding, we're going to have one on or about lap 33. But we'll have to hang in there and see if that is the case or not. I see an awful lot of guys on pit road. And unfortunately, I don't have a good camera to be able to pick that up. I do have to work on these things sometimes. But I'm showing Pollock, Dana, Ryan, Trippy, Thornton, Travis Bieber in the pits, Gino Volante, Jerry Salitis, excuse me, the Paul Mall Man, Ryan Bittler, and Stephen Gill. Michael Kish looks like he's still being hauled to pit road, so it may be a while before he gets here. So that was kind of the quick rundown of who is on pit road right now.
Man, Tracy, I always choose the worst times to step away.
Well, as soon as you
How
said
the
you
heck?
as soon as you said you got to step away, it was like you were the first domino to fall, and then there was just cars going everywhere. So
I say if I was able to keep up well enough with what I was kind of watching there, was that our third place car that that ended up getting turned there with the 0-1
yes, it was the
of Ryan?
0-1. Yeah,
Darn, Ryan running third there.
yeah, he got kind of turned into the wall, came down the track. I'm sure he didn't have any steering control. And then another car hit him, or another one or two, and then they kind of domino back into the field and essentially put about half the field on pit road in there to do repairs.
For sure. Gotcha. So definitely the high roller 200 here at Vegas looked like a craps table there for a second with all the cars bouncing around. I guess more like dice than dominoes probably, but at least we're going back green now, and we still got plenty of cars out here to make this thing a heck of a show. As Janik is leading, Barnes right there inside row, right behind Janik. Whiteman in the 41 able to squeeze through that wreck earlier. I remember he was running fourth and able to safely creep through, and we got everybody else just kind of jockeying for position, looking for a spot to fill, as Whiteman goes way high, and the 6 able to dive under Mercado coming in. These guys remember their little podium interviews last weekend, and they want to be on that podium. But more importantly than that, we're coming to the end of the stage here. We're only, after this lap, we will be, looks like 4 laps from the stage. So they are all trying to fight for this top 10, who right now, Jones in the 12 is the last car in the top 10. He'll be the last stage point. Oh, we got one around. Big crash. Jason Steptoe in the 87. Black Diamond Designs, yellow flag. That is going to take us to the stage as well. Oh, and he pulls down. Woo-hoo, that scared me a little bit. Jason Steptoe got her a little squirrely on the front, bounced off another car there. I couldn't quite make out who that was. Tracy, let's take a look at that one. So here's our restart right here. We have Steptoe in that almost the 80s throwback there. Looks a lot like oh darn, he just won Atlanta in the O'Reilly series. Sheldon Creed looks a lot like Sheldon Creed's sponsor there. The 87 is Steptoe. There's a couple cars back there. There's the 87 Steptoe. Rolling along, so it was the 93, I believe, that they just kind of bounced off each other. But let's see what initially started this. Right there. Oh, Steptoe just drifted up just a hair right up into the lap of Alex Pollock, and our 10th place running number 12 of Jones. Darn it, there goes those stage points that Jones was trying to get, being sitting right there in 10th. As we see Steptoe, oh, well, the 93 might have came down a little bit of Wilson as well. It might have been just two guys just kind of going for the same spot, and wow, what a shot as he ends up right in Alex's lap. That they say it a lot, and it's very much overused in broadcasts, but that right there is where it's going to hold true. Alex Pollock had nowhere to go in that one. That is catching the 87 car right in your lap. Man, tough break for all of those guys, but it does give the 36 the 35 rather, another chance to get some damage repaired, as the yellow's still out. Same with the 23 as well, and multiple others that were damaged in that first big crash. Gives them a chance to get some of those other repairs done. And yeah, Gino Volante right there. And this will take us to the stage break. It appears this is going to be the stage break with lots and lots of cars on pit road, including our leaders. Because that stage was set for lap 33, and this is definitely going to overrun lap 33. So this will be their first stage. That Domino's Pizza car sure does look good out front, though. All of these cars, there was Janik, Mercado, Whiteman. The 27 of Barnes looks like he might have lost a few spots, actually, because we have we're showing Janik, Mercado, Whiteman, Barnes, and Allen as your top 5. So Mercado and Whiteman got past Barnes there. And then going on through the list here, we're showing Wilson, Good, 6th and 7th. Hipkins. Oh, Hipkins up there in 8th. We haven't had a chance to talk about him today. Cedric Hipkins, currently running 8th in the top 10. Going to get him a couple stage points here. Heck yeah. Ganger in the 22nd, the guy that I'm going to butcher his name all night, unfortunately, from Spokane, Washington. Trippy back there in 10th. He'll get a stage point as well from Mentor, Ohio. Steptoe, after the wreck, is just barely going to miss any stage points, though, as he comes in 11th for the stage. Bieber 12th. Jones back in 13th, missing out on that stage point he was originally going to get. Pollock 14th. 15th will be the 25 of Thornton. Still in the pits, currently 15th. He's the first car 1 lap down. Volante's 3 laps down. Showing Ryan, who was the focal point of that second crash there that we had. Ryan is 6 laps down. Bittler, he decided to jump out and go have him a smoke. He's 6 laps down, letting them repair that damage. Gill back there 6 laps down in 19th. Lucan, the only car currently that is 7 laps down, sitting in 20th. I'm sorry, Salidas as well in 21st is 7 laps down. As we roll on through here, Kish 8 laps down. And that's going to round out your field as of right now. Kish, the only car 8 laps down. He's pretty much racing nobody at this point. But we are getting ready to go back green here. Downtown Auto Sales doing a great production tonight on Leadfoot TV. The SoarDogg green flag is back out, and a huge jump for Janik as the 96 falls in line right there in 2nd. That's going to be Allen. Mercado in 3rd, Trippy 4th, Whiteman 5th, Barnes back to 6th now, and he is stuck in the middle of 3 wide, and that is never where you want to be, but he's able to fall in line and find a spot to fit that car in. Diving down to the bottom. Oh, Barnes back here in traffic with Good right in behind the 41 of Whiteman as well. And we got smoke again. We're going to have one around, I believe. Yes, sir. It is. Was that? Oh, for a second I thought it was our leader, but I couldn't tell who it was. It was definitely a black and blue car. I'm still showing Janik, Allen, and Trippy and Mercado in 4th. I am not sure who that was down at the bottom of the track, but that's not how you want to start the stage for sure. Janik, Allen, I am not sure. Definitely a blue and black car. The 96 of Allen still running 2nd. Trippy in 3rd. Mercado in 4th. I'm just kind of looking through our field here. It appeared to be a blue and black car that was running up front, but I'm not sure. But anyway, we're going to stay green, and Trippy rolling that high side, rocking and rolling around. Barnes made his way up to 6th now, right there with Whiteman. He's got a position on Whiteman a little bit, but I don't know if he's going to quite be able to clear, especially with Mercado running the same line as him. It might actually help him get a little pull out of the corner, but we are not sure. Whoa, rocking and rolling right there. Tight racing here between these 4 guys. I don't know how they're going to keep this one straight, Tracy. This is these guys are all over each other. They're going back and forth. I know our fans are loving this, though. Going, oh my gosh, let's see here. There's so much action everywhere. I love this. As an announcer, it makes the job harder, but as a racer and a race fan, A lot of times I have to catch myself, folks. I will just be sitting here watching the race and totally forget that I am announcing, because these guys put on a heck of a show. That's why this has become one of my favorite series to broadcast, as the 23 and the 12, Travis Bieber and Jones back there. I mean, these guys are fighting over 10th place right now and not running over each other. They are door to door for 10th, and they're racing like they're racing for the lead, and they're doing it clean. It was amazing, but ooh, tight squeeze right there. Going around good, really tight squeeze with the 23 and the 12. Not sure how they made it through that, but they sure did. Rolling down the front here. Steptoe still rolling along. Pollock been involved in almost every crash tonight, but still out there in 13th on the lead lap. Just want to point out, he is still on the lead lap. I think we have a problem with the 77 of Good, Tracy. I'm showing him 17 seconds off the pace. And we saw on the back straightaway, he got 3 wide with a couple cars and really got it locked down. But he is on pit road right now under green, and I'm not seeing any tires being put on that car. So I'm not sure if this is damage repair or what exactly is going on here with Robbie Good, but that is a tough break for him. Definitely fell to the back quickly. Lots of nose damage there. Most likely a big cause of that. But the 13 is back on track. Bittler out there, 7 laps down. The only guys he can race are Thornton and Lucan. All 3 of them are 7 laps down. So those 3 are racing each other right now. And Thornton actually just went 8 laps down. So Bittler and Lucan are the only 2 that can pass each other in their little pack. It's Gino Volante back there in 14th. Or 15th, rather. I'm not showing anybody 1 lap down currently, but right now, Robbie Good is your first car a lap down, but he is 2 laps down, and that's in 13th. So we have 12 cars on the lead lap, rolling right along. I mean, Janik out to about a half-second lead here. Trippy about 7/10 back, so about 3/4 back from our leader. And he has got a gaggle of cars right here behind him as Barnes on his bumper. Whoa, what a move by Barnes. Whoa, I got to catch my breath after that one. I almost said something racer-wise. I had to catch myself, folks. That was exciting. Like, I almost went race car driver there instead of announcer. but we are good so far, and so is Barnes. I thought Barnes might have put himself in trouble right there, but what a heck of a move. It was so bad he even faked me out. But let's do a quick rundown here. Top 5. Evan Janik, Andrew Allen, Christian Barnes, Jose Mercado, and Anthony Trippi are your top 5. And just a half a lap ago, Barnes was 5th, but he got a 2 for 1 on the back straightaway back there between Mercado and Trippi. And he has got his sights set on Allen. Trippi falling back a little here. He's kind of falling back into the clutches of the 41 of Whiteman. 1.2 seconds off our leader. Hopefully Trippi doesn't have an issue here, but we will see shortly. It might have just been a little checkup, but Andrew Allen has fallen into the clutches of Barnes and Mercado. And if they can get single file, they're going to go by him pretty quickly, because they caught him quickly side by side, and that usually does not happen. And we are coming to lap 50. 46 now, but very soon we'll be on lap 50. The lap's really ticking off here. Oh, Barnes again, right up on the rear of these cars, just making these super aggressive moves. I mean, it's working for now. But it makes you wonder, when is he going to misjudge just that little bit and cause lots of issues? But so far it's working, as he has taken over 2nd place and can now set his sights ahead on Janik. Mercado also coming around Allen, just kind of tagging along there with Barnes, and they're going to see if they can make a run up here to catch our leader, as Andrew Allen in 4th now behind Mercado. Waiting for our timing and scoring to catch up there. But Janik, Barnes, Mercado, Allen, and it appears Trippi are your top 5 currently as they run. But Trippi will not be in that top 5 for long, because here is Whiteman to pull him out of the top 5. And the 22 of Ganger looks like he is got Trippy in his crosshairs as well, just waiting for the opportunity to pounce on him and drop him back to 7th. Trippy falling like a rock right now. Not sure what the issue might be, if he might have been kind of off tire strategy or otherwise. It's only been about less than 20 laps since their pit stop. About 17, I believe, since their last pit stop. But Ganger sure goes by, seems fairly quickly there. Noah Ganger out of Spokane, Washington, with Eclipse Sim Sports. Going to put himself up into 6th right there, trying to work his way into the top 5. And don't look now, but Barnes and Mercado are almost within a half second of Janik. Speaking of Janik, I thought I saw a little smoke there coming out of the 60, coming out of turn 4. Is Janik? Yes, definitely. Janik definitely got loose coming out of 4, and that is going to drop him back right into the lap of 2nd place and 3rd place. They gained a half second coming out of turn 4 as Janik got loose. Barnes is going to set him up, dive inside right here. I'm going to call it. No, Barnes goes outside. Well, he sure would have blew my doors off because I would have guessed wrong, because I would have think he would have went inside there. But Barnes up onto the bumper of Janik now, putting the pressure on it. They saw him get loose as well. I mean, it's one of those things. It's kind of like Janik's out in the middle of an ocean in a dinghy right now, and Barnes and Mercado are the sharks swimming around the boat, and they smell blood because they saw him get loose coming out of 4 as well. Now, Mercado seems to be playing it smart. He's hanging back about a half second back, saving his equipment, and basically just cheering on Barnes, saying, go get him, go take him, go get him, go. And then in his head, he's saying, burn up your stuff so I can sit back here and catch you guys once you get your battle over with, because I'm going to have a fresh car while y'all's tires are ate up trying to pass each other. But that may not be the case, because Barnes has already fallen back to 3/10 behind Janik. Janik maybe jumped into survival mode there and wanted to pull away. But will that come back to bite him if he gets loose again? These guys are going to go by him rather quickly, because they're both within striking distance if he slips up again. As we are on lap 53 now. Still 12 cars on the lead lap. Still Pollock back there hanging on to the tail end of that lead lap in 12th with Steptoe, both of them 13 seconds back. And when we're running 30-second laps, these guys are about almost half the track behind our leader. So there's not in any danger currently of going a lap down. But as the laps tick away, we'll see how much. I mean, they haven't really lost a ton of ground to your leader. But everyone's pretty spread out, single file. And in typical Vegas fashion, I feel like this is really going to come down to the generic rolling of the dice that always happens in Vegas, and it's going to come down to fuel. Who's going to roll the dice, who's going to be able to save, who's going to hit it just right with strategy to where they can catch back up. Tracy, what do you think about tonight? I'm going to toss it to you for a second.
Well, I tell you, it's been a handful here just trying to keep up with everything that's going on and who's doing what. And as soon as one battle gets separated out, we get another one coming on there. But I just want to take a quick look at Noah Ganger. Just want to see how long it had been since he had last pitted. And he last pitted on lap 32, so 23 laps ago. I'm not 100% sure what kind of fuel mileage these guys get, but it was one of those things where when Chris brought that up, I kind of wanted to take a quick look and just see. And I see right now that Evan Janik, he has only pitted one time, and that was back on lap 32 as well. So that's been 24 laps ago. So if we're going to try to stretch it out to maybe 65 to 67 for the stage break, I just I don't know if they can get that many laps. I think they may end up having to pit during a green before the stage break, but I could be wrong about that. Again, I'm not that familiar with these cars. I know they're carrying, I believe, a 75% fuel load, but that does not necessarily equate to laps in my small, smooth brain.
For sure. Just I try to get a good gauge of their fuel mileage on their first set of stops, but it was so all over the place with the cautions and everything else and how it fell. These guys, I mean, most of them pitted during that stage break. I think almost all of them did, to be exact. And I'm thinking if it's pretty close to the same, they should, in theory, be able to make it to the end of this second stage, which was lap 64, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Yeah,
I'm sure
I've
Tracy
got
can.
it. Yeah, it's supposed to be halfway between lap 133, is my understanding. And so if you divide that in half, it doesn't work out evenly. 66 point something. So I just placed it in there saying lap 67. But I'm not if they're not sure if they're going to round down or up when it comes to the stage breaks.
Ah, makes sense. Okay, so we'll be right around lap 66, 67. I would think these guys have enough fuel to make it to that next stage break. And if not, some of them might be in save mode because Janik is fallen back to, or sorry, Janik has jumped out to almost a 1 second lead over Barnes. I mean, 3/4 of a second now. And Mercado back to 1.5, and then Allen all the way back to 4.5 seconds off our leader. So I don't know, are these guys saving or are they just absolutely running out? As I mean, we're still showing 12 on the lead lap, but now Pollock is past Steptoe, and Vellante right there in 13th goes ahead, and he is going to be pitting now, and he's taking tires. So these guys may not be able to make it 6 more laps. I mean, if we're looking 6 or 7 more laps for this stage, oh, yellow flag sponsored by Black Diamond Designs. Would that be our stage break, or are you showing crash somewhere there, Tracy?
I am not showing a crash anywhere right now. I did show that Gio Vellante may have been involved in an incident. We can take a look at it, but we just saw him in the pit, so I'm not sure if he did anything to really bring out the caution, drop some debris on the track, or I think he was just slowing down so much to make sure that he could make the pits. That was a reason for me getting an alert. So, and these guys, we'll probably have to talk to Mr. Pollock there and Alex and get a lowdown a little bit on how these stage breaks work out. They might have just rounded it off and said lap 60 will be our stage break.
That would definitely make sense with Gino pitting a lap early, trying to flip the stage and get one of his laps back with a wave around. That would actually make a lot of sense there because he has multiple laps down currently. Be a really smart strategy to pit 1 lap before the stage. And we do have a little second here. Tracy, do we have the ability to key up any of these guys under caution?
That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. I can try in the background here.
Sure, let's pull in our leader Janik since they're coming down pit road right now. Let's see if we can pull Janik in here and then kind of get his thoughts on the race while he's in the pits.
Well, you want to do that while he's pitting? That's normally a kind of a tense time for me because I'm making adjustments in the cockpit,
Very true. We will do it once they are off pit road. Good strategy call, Tracy. Good strategy. Or at least we will try to, just for production value. As a driver, I'm never satisfied with things that work. I have to make sure I try other things so we can mess up if they don't.
Oh, as we see the race off of pit road there, and it looks like Janik is going to maintain the lead. So if you're ready, I am. We'll see if we can bring him in.
Let's try to key him up.
Okay, here we go. Mr. Janik, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
This is Tracy
Evan.
Brown and Chris Golden up in the booth.
How's it going?
Hey,
Pretty good, man. We're just kind of watching you here, and we figured the fans will want to talk to you during this stage break because, man, they've kind of become accustomed to you being out front. I mean, with the race at Phoenix last week and so far this week, dude, how's it going right there? Because you've only had one little slip up there out of turn 4 when those guys got back up on you. Other than that, it seems like it's been a pretty easy race for you.
Yeah, the car has not been easy to drive, which makes it a lot of fun. But like you saw there, I got loose out of 4 and had to save it, and they were able to catch back up. So definitely think I have the speed over everybody else. But this last stage we got to pit for fuel. I think our laps there's around 44 for fuel. So it's the strategy now if it goes green. So thinking about that and trying to figure out what everybody's going to do behind me and try to do what they don't and get ahead.
For sure, buddy. Thanks for talking to us. We'll toss you back, and we'll get ready to go back green here. It looks like lights are out on the pace car.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
That was your leader, everybody, Evan Janik. Been putting on a clinic here tonight. We'll see if he can keep holding off Barnes, as we do have Allen will be moving up. He chose the outside there to move up to the front row. Allen will be starting front row outside. Janik on the bottom, and Barnes has chosen the inside behind Janik. While we do have Trippy jumped up there, he'll be second row outside. So your top four, big shuffle here, big shuffle. But these guys are getting ready to go green as the Ford Mustang pace car should be pulling off right about now, right on down pit road, and they are in the hands of Janik. Coming in the zone, SoarDogg green flag. Janik jumps out to the lead again with Barnes coming by Andrews. I don't know if Andrews spun the tires there, but it's really not Andrews. That outside line has just not had a good jump all day long. I'm not sure what is up with that outside line on restarts, but they have just not had it. As, I mean, the 96 is now he's got his doors blown off by 3 cars on that start, falling all the way back to 4th. And they're 2 by 2 by 2 behind Janik, and that's what he wants to see right now. But what he does not want to see is Barnes coming to that quarter panel as he is diving under him onto the apron. The only challenge Janik has had all day has been from Barnes, and here it is again, door to door, nose to quarter. Janik still got him just by a hair, but when does his luck run out? I mean, it's Barnes right here all over him, but here's somebody else want to come in and spoil the party. Trippy right up there on the 27, putting that pressure on. They're almost 3 wide. They're kind of staggered 3 wide here as they come out of 4. Barnes putting it on his outside door. Trippy putting it on his inside door. We are, again, almost 3 wide for the lead, but Trippy's just not forcing the issue. But here comes the 6 of Mercado. Said, hey, I want to play too, guys. I see y'all up there having fun. Here we go. Will the 24 of Barnes dive under this time, or will he stay high? Stays high again to work that momentum coming out of 4. Rolling around the outside, couldn't quite complete it there. But Janik, Black Diamond Designs, yellow flag. I had a feeling that was going to happen, Tracy. They weren't able to keep that up for very long. There was too much action everywhere. There's a lot of action around Jones. I couldn't quite tell if the 41 of Whiteman got into him. Definitely the 12 of Jones around. Let's take a little closer look. He might have lost it by himself. Got down on the apron there. I'm willing to bet that really upset the car. Took a lot of wedge out of the car when he got down, got loose, got down on the apron, and just lost it all on his own, it would appear. Yeah, he was going on around, and Whiteman finished him off. Doesn't appear to have a lot of damage. He definitely mowed the grass there a little bit, but that will be bringing out another yellow flag for the SoarDogg Cup Series. 5th caution of the day here. A lot less than what we saw at Phoenix. There's a lot more room here at Vegas. We have a lot of takers on pit road right now. Lap 68 of 133. Whiteman, Lucan, the 92 of Pollock as well. So a couple lead lap cars, one that's multiple laps down. Travis Bieber on pit road as well in the 23. He's currently 10th, sitting in a nice little top 10 for the day. We see the 12 go ahead and pull off pit road, get him some fresh tires. Brock Whiteman from Chicago, Illinois, with Maverick Motorsports. He's just north of my actual race team. With Club Racing Inc. They're based in Morris, Illinois, just south of Chicago. Make that trip quite a bit throughout the year. I see the Gateway Arches multiple times a year, going through St. Louis up there to Chicago. I don't like flying, Tracy. I'm more of a drive kind of guy. So I drive to the track, I run the race, and then I drive home.
Well, I'm more of a flyer. I love to fly. It doesn't scare me at all, other than just getting into the airport and having to put up with all the rigmarole to get on the plane. That to me is the hardest part of flying. So sometimes it's just not worth it. And I have been known to just say, never mind, and just rent a car and take off and drive home.
For sure. I've always been one of those types. I like flying if I'm in a hurry, but if I have the time, I like to be able to see our country and see parts of this nation that I've never seen. I mean, when I go to Springfield and DeCoin for our ARCA races there. I always go through Arkansas and go up and over just to take a different route. Driving through the mountains there, it's gorgeous. I love to see different parts of our country that I've never seen. And just being on a plane just doesn't quite allow me to do that. And I just really, really enjoy being able to see parts of the country that has been so good to us. But
Well, I just want to say,
jumping, yep.
before you jump back, I just want to mention I've made the trip down to Florida so many times, 12 hours one way, that I feel like I pretty much can sum up the view there and just decide to fly from then on. So I've driven my last trip to Florida. From here on out, it's all on the wings there.
For sure. I mean, last two trips to Daytona for me, we hit ice and snow on the way home. So I think I might be done driving to Florida as well during January because 2 years ago we went down for practice and Pensacola got 8 inches of snow right behind us and it chased us all the way back to Oklahoma. So I think I'm gonna try to avoid driving from here on out. But tell you who's not gonna avoid driving, that 60 car out front of Janik. As the pace car pulls off, he is about to set sail here. SoarDogg green flag, big jump for Janik Barnes. And again, that outside line is just not going. As we see, even the 896 of Andrews getting up door to door with Trippy, that outside line just does not have it tonight. And it seems pretty much whoever's on the outside line is going to be in fourth by the time they come out of turn two, every single restart. So I don't think I'd be choosing that outside. I think I would rather start dead last on the inside than be hung up outside right there. Because not only is it a sucker hole, seems like, but it is really, really dangerous to be hung out there. There's nowhere to escape when there's a wall.
Well,
But
Chris,
speaking of nowhere to, Barnes takes the lead.
yeah. And I just wanted to mention this. Like I mentioned to you before, you know, we had about half the field down on pit road at one time or another after one of those incidents. But I mean, look how fast these guys are, man. They must have some really good crew chiefs and crew members there to get these cars, you know, get the arrow back where they're able to compete again.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, right there, Alex Pollock. I mean, he's been involved in almost every single crash, and he's in eighth right now. We have 11 cars on the lead lap, and he is in eighth place, rocking and rolling. And these guys, they are not losing a lot of speed. We've got one less car on the lead lap now, and so we have lost one more. We only have 11 now on the lead lap, which is going to be Bieber at the tail end of that. But everyone is pretty much staying all packed together. Even the lap down cars are right up here with the lead lap guys. And I don't really know. I mean, I can't describe the talent level of these guys. They amaze me every single lap. I'm more and more impressed by what these guys are doing.
Yes, we see some close racing right there by the 25. That's going to be Joshua Thornton into 77. Look like to me they swapped a little paint. Going down the back stretch. Oh, man, I could see the 77 push up just a little bit. Robbie Good into the 25. I'm not sure. Well, these guys put on a tremendous racing show tonight, so I guess when you're racing that tight, eventually something's going to happen like this. But I will tell you what, though, Chris, I'm not getting an alert So we're pretty much going to have to manually back this one up and see if we can see exactly what happened here. We're on board right
Yeah,
now with the 25 of Thornton. And what I'd
well,
like to
I think we found it. I think we found it, Tracy.
yeah. So this is on board here with Robbie Good, and it just looked like to me his car might have pushed up a little. I could be wrong about that. It's just
It
so
definitely
close.
looks like he got a little tight. I mean, not only was he a little tight, but it looked like the 25 was a little loose as well, and it's pretty much a perfect storm right there. Just that little bit gets the rear of that car yawed out, and there she goes. That's going to be big damage for that 25.
It is. Yeah, and that's probably the absolute worst place to hit the car at too, because I'm sure those, the rear end's already kind of light in the middle of the corner, and you could almost blow on it and send it around.
For sure. That'll be caution number 6 today. I hate to say it. I mean, a lot of these guys have proved me wrong in the past, but that might be the end of the day for Thornton because that was a shot into that outside wall. If he's back on track after this series of pit stops here, I will be very much surprised because that was a major impact, and I don't know how much damage is going to be affected. He was already multiple laps down, if I'm not mistaken. Currently in 19th, multiple laps down. Oh man, you hate to see it. He's had such a good run early on and just had some bad luck throughout the race. I mean, Good now, the 77 car that got into him in 50, he's in 15th, 12 laps down. So both of those guys just kind of getting wadded up together. And of course we're showing Thornton he's right there behind Bittler in 19th. And he's 23 laps down. So 11 laps separating these guys, and they're getting together, bringing out a caution there. You never want that to happen for sure. I mean, those guys, I'm sure feel awful about it. But I'll tell you one guy that does not feel awful. And Tracy, if we can, let's go ahead and key up our new leader right there in that 27 car under this caution real quick and get some of his thoughts. We've already talked to Janik. Let's talk to Barnes. Well, while he keys up Barnes, we'll look at these amazing shots from Leadfoot TV. Got all the cars starting to get kind of lined up there. I believe, we're coming to 1 to go here. We're in turn 1. Still got plenty of time to key up Barnes. Lights are out as they're in turn 1. So we still have plenty of time. If we can't get him on this one, we'll definitely get him on the next one. And worst case, pretty sure he's going to be in the podium at the end of this thing anyway. So we're going to get to talk to him one way or the other. Christian Barnes, Tracy Brown and Chris Golden up in the booth. How you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good. How about y'all?
Dude, what a heck of a battle, man. How's it feel to be finally coming out on the front end of this thing for once and getting to start out front after a caution?
Feels pretty good. I think me and Janik right now are kind of the class of the field. I feel like we are both very even on the long run. It kind of just depends on who gets out front, can control the air. But on the short run, I feel like we're just so close that, I mean, one of us is going to have a better restart, and the other one gets another better restart. So it's kind of hard to say who's better on the short run, but for that long run, whoever gets the lead, I think, is going to have it.
For sure, brother. Well, good luck here. Pace car's going to be pulling off any second, and you guys are going back green, so let them have it.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Christian, please tell me real quick which channel I need to put you back in. Sorry about that.
Race Chat 3.
Got you, man. Sorry about that. I'll do better next time.
Very good. You're good. Thank you.
Man, I hate to brag, but I think we may be Christian's good luck charm because he gets a huge jump on that restart, pulling pretty far ahead of Janik there. And so does the 96 Andrews right there on Janik's door, giving him all kind of fits right now, allowing Barnes to really pull away as Trippy has jumped in behind the 96 to kind of push him along instead of Janik in the 60. So these guys are really seeming to team up on that 60 of Janik. They've seen what he's capable of, and they are not going to give him side right now. They're keeping him side by side best they can right now. Janik and Andrews going at it for second. Barnes slowly creeping away as we come up to 81 of 133. And Andrews clears Janik. Uh-oh. We haven't seen that today. So far, Barnes has been the only one that's been able to pass Janik, but Janik's starting to fall through the field as Trippy's now going to go by on the outside. I wonder if the 60 of Janik has a problem. 2 laps after this caution, and he is falling like a rock. What is going on with the 60 car right now, Tracy?
Chris, it's just my opinion, but I believe he is going to try to save fuel and make sure that he can make the end of this race with just one more pit stop. Now, I could be wrong about that. He could have another issue, maybe a tire going down or tire worn or something, but that's just my opinion. I think that's what he's doing, as is just my best guess at the moment.
I mean, that definitely makes sense. I mean, they're getting 35 to 40 laps per run just going all out. So they were right around 35 to 40 laps earlier with that second stint. He last pitted 20 laps ago. So if he pits here in about 20 laps, that'll be lap 100. He should have enough to make it on one stop, especially if he saves a little. But the question is, our leader, Barnes, when did he last pit, Tracy? Can you pull that up for us so we can kind of do a comparison? He was also lap 20. So Barnes is going to be a lot closer on fuel, definitely running out front. So you may be right. Janik may be trying to fuel mileage these guys and doing the old Las Vegas shuffle on saving fuel. That is usually the gamble here anyway. This is a gambler's paradise on the track and off. So Janik may be trying to roll the dice here and stretch that fuel mileage out. It would make sense. Drop in line to fourth, pull a little draft off these guys, clutch it, save some fuel. Big sweeping corners makes it definitely easy to save fuel here, as we still only have 11 cars on the lead lap. Jones bringing up the tail end of that with that 12 car in 11th. He's about 7.5 seconds back, and the first car a lap down is Ganger in the 22, and he is 4 laps down. So we don't really have anybody within striking distance outside the top 11. And Pollock still fighting his way up there in 8th after all of the damage, all the trouble. The 22, the 77 right there kind of riding around, biding their time, just trying to get to the end of this one. Kind of jumping all over, talking about all these guys here, trying to get everybody a little bit of coverage. But somebody I'm really impressed with that really took a hard shot earlier, Depto in that 87, back up to 6th. Looking right here, just eyeballing the top 5 as these guys are rolling right in front of him. I mean, Trippy and Mercado are within half a second. Oh, got a little smoke. Guys kind of touching up front there in front of Steptoe. Might have been Trippy and Mercado, but everybody's still clean and green. Trippy way high into 1. And that is going to open the door for Steptoe to step on into the top 5, but Whiteman may have something to say about it too. Steptoe slams the door, says, nope, I'm going to ride in 5th for a little bit. Whiteman and Pollock pass Trippy. Trippy fell like a rock. That might have been Trippy that had got a little loose coming out of 4, and it cost him his entry into 1. As Lupin he's even getting passed by lap cars now. Trippy falling from 4th all the way to 9th in 1 lap. 5 positions in 1 lap. Trippy is falling like a rock. Got to be a major issue. Probably got loose coming out of 4. Got that right rear overheated. Trying to let it cool off, but he is falling like a rock right now. And Alex Pollock and the 41 of Whiteman fighting hard for 6th position. Both of these guys involved in a couple incidents today. Pollock in multiple incidents. But I'm sure one guy that wishes he was running a little better would be Lukin in 13th, 6 laps down, because he's right behind those guys. Janik making a move. Yeah, he's jumping past these 2 guys. He rode behind Mercado for a little bit and behind Allen for a little while, but he's back up to 2nd now. He might have saved all he wanted to save. But Allen kind of wants that 2nd position back, it looks like. But Barnes has he's picking him up and putting him down right now as he's out to a 1-second lead over Janik. So Janik might have decided, okay, I better get moving here because he's going to pull away from me. And that being able to one-stop this thing isn't really going to matter if the leader is gone. but they are rocking and rolling. Mercado and Allen. Mercado past Allen now. Steptoe still, he's a little further back, but our top four rolling along pretty well. Evan Janik today has led 63 laps and finds himself in second with 43 to go here. 2 pit stops. He has not used a fast repair. Obviously, they don't have any fast repairs in this league. But he is, I believe you were right, Tracy. He might have been saving because he is, he's out to 2/10 of a second over Mercado now, and he's down to within 1 second of Barnes. So I'm not sure. He may be pushing harder now, but I don't know if he can catch Barnes right now, Tracy.
I just think it's all going to come down to fuel mileage here. But then again, you know, I don't know what exactly. Where is the window? Do you think it is with 40 to go? You think everybody's going to be coming in a couple of laps and everybody pitting on the same lap?
I don't know if everybody's going to come same lap. I don't know who's going to try to stretch it a little further or who's going to try to short pit it and come in early and try to stretch it to the end. But I think right here around 40 laps should be our window. It makes me think back to 2012 when Dale Jr. was leading coming down the back straightaway and ran out, and Keselowski won the race and then ran out passing the start-finish line. So Las Vegas has always been the same. It's always been a fuel gamble. You're going to gamble if you want to win. That's what it comes down to at Vegas. And I think that's what we're seeing. It's going to depend on what strategy is the best gamble that pays off. I mean, it really is, for lack of a better term, all these gambling cliches, but it really is a crapshoot. You really have no idea. I mean, it's just whoever can hit the right strategy and whoever's number comes up.
So what you're saying is spin the wheel, cut the pack, and roll those loaded dice.
For sure. I mean, going back to Penske winning that race back then. I mean, Paul Wolfe, he's now Logano's crew chief, has always been a mastermind of fuel mileage. A lot of people credit him with Keselowski's championship win, based on the fuel mileage strategies they did there, and lots of Logano's championships as well with the fuel mileage. It's multiple tracks, but none more than Vegas, and we're seeing it right here as our leader. It's been 33 laps since his last stop. Just bears the question, when are we going to see them dive down pit road? Because I'm sure we are, but Janik has not gained on Barnes. He is still 1 second back. He is just absolutely not gaining, but they are definitely pulling away from Mercado and Allen. I mean, Allen over 3 seconds back now. Mercado almost 2 seconds back of your leader. But everybody's just really, really spread out, just kind of running their own line, trying to get to the end of this thing. Janik he gained a little. Okay, he got about 2/10 closer that lap. Again, it makes me wonder, what is the strategy? Is short pitting here to not have this used rubber for so long, the move, or is to push it as long as you can and come in later, the move? I really don't know. I mean, we're 30, 35, 36 laps since the last pit stop. So, I mean, we keep saying it, but it's got to be coming close, because the second stage was only a 40-lap stint, about a 30-lap stint, actually, for pit stops. It was from lap 35 to lap 60. And these guys are approaching, looks like 37, 38 laps on this fuel cycle. Just rolling right around the track. 35 to go now, so they will 36 laps since they last pitted, and 35 to go here. I would be surprised if we do not start seeing some pit stops this lap. This is a perfect way to split it. 35 running, 35 to the end, but they may just go ahead and run it out here.
Well, I tell you what I would do, which you need to do the opposite of what I'd say. But just thinking here, I would stay out as long as I could until someone else pitted and more or less forced my hand to where I could not afford to stay out on old tires any longer. be giving up too much distance on the track.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but as a driver, I didn't want to say it. I mean, I've got a crew chief that makes those decisions, so I always choose wrong anyway. That's
I'm
why I
right there
have a
with you.
crew chief.
Yeah. So
But
whatever I say, do the opposite, and you'll have much better luck.
for sure. But if I'm Barnes, I don't want to come down pit road right now because he's still seven tenths of a second over Janik, and Janik isn't gaining, so there's no pressure right now for Barnes. So why not just run it out as long as you can, until somebody forces your hand, so that again, just that way you're sure getting to the end. It takes that guesswork out. Oh, we got takers.
Yes, we got Volante on pit road.
Gino Volante, he has been short pitting. He's been 1 to 2 laps short pitting everyone the whole race. So I'm willing to bet. I mean, he's multiple laps down right now. I mean, Volante, he's 7 laps down. But I'm willing to bet he's always been 1 lap short of our leaders. So within the next 3 to 4 laps, I bet we're going to start seeing our leaders here coming down pit road, because they are going to be out of fuel. Because I believe, like we mentioned earlier, it's a 40-lap run, and they're closing in on 40 laps. And yeah, we're on 40 laps right now, so I'm willing to bet we're going to see Barnes or Janik might pit this lap. If not, I would be surprised. I'll be honest. I would be surprised if we don't see more takers this lap. Still 11 cars in the lead.
Yeah, I was fixed to say, I don't see how Barnes, could save any fuel, because he was pretty much hammering down right from the green flag there. So.
Absolutely, he really wasn't. I'm showing Trippy. Trippy has fallen all the way back to 10th, by the way. He was right up there racing with those guys in 3rd, but he is 21 seconds behind our leader. He has absolutely come apart since getting loose in turn 4. Whatever happened in turn 4 that was right ahead of step toe there that we were looking at, whatever it was, it has ruined Anthony Trippy's day. And we have takers again, Wilson in the 93 on pit road. Now 1 lap down, Wilson on pit road. Green flag stops underway here. Jones and Trippy almost a lap down under green, 25 and 22 seconds behind our leader relatively, and there are 30-second laps, so leader's going to be catching them pretty soon, but Wilson will go a lap down. Is Janik about to come down a pit? I saw him way down low. Janik is coming to pit road. Hard dive off pit road. Don't get a speeding penalty, Evan. Janik dives down. That's going to force the hand of Barnes, because can Barnes afford to stay out much longer with the speedy Janik coming in to get fresh rubber? I don't think so. I bet we're going to see our leader next lap, which may concede the lead to Mercado or Allen, depending on how this cycles out. But definitely, he overshoots his pit box. Janik drives through his pit box, and Barnes is on pit road. That's going to kill Janik's pit stop. Drives through the pit box. Allen on pit road as well from 3rd. Janik down in 7th on pit road. 1 lap down now. Allen stays out in the 96. Pollock will be in 2nd, 1 second back from Allen. Allen will lead that lap. 27 to go here. Steptoe coming in pit road. Barnes in his pit box currently right there at the end of pit road, getting some fresh rubber. Taking 4, looks like. 96 still not coming. He's going to lead a few more, at least 1 more for sure. 45 laps since Andrew Allen has made a pit stop. He was able to save quite a bit of fuel, quite a bit more than the others, it would appear. And he is rocking and rolling. The one thing you can be hoping for right now, if you're Andrew Allen, is a caution, because all these guys will be trapped 1 lap down, and you'll pretty much only have 4 or 5 cars, as Jones, still on the track, will cycle up to 6th, and Trippy in 5th. These guys are just trying to ride this out as long as they can. Andrew Allen still in 1st. Pollock 2nd, Whiteman 3rd, Bieber 4th, Trippy 5th, Jones 6th, and Barnes is the first car 1 lap down. So once all the green flag stops are done, Barnes will cycle back to the lead. And from what I'm showing, Wilson will cycle to 2nd ahead of Janik. Since Janik did drive through his pit box, Wilson will cycle to second. Isaac Wilson right there, currently eighth. Once the green flag stops are done, he will cycle to second. Janik got his sights set on Wilson, though. Rolling through here, 24 to go. Tracy, we're one lap past something very, very important. It is the most important part of the race.
There we go.
There it is, the downtown auto sales time to dig, baby. Allen, Pollock, Bieber, Trippy, and Jones as Whiteman dives off for pit road. It is time to dig, and these guys are digging for their life right now, hoping for a caution. Allen, Pollock, Bieber, Trippy, Jones, and now Barnes has unlapped himself past our leader, Allen. And these guys are praying for a caution right now, because if they don't get one, this time to dig is going to bury these guys, because they're going to have to pit under green, and all these cars that already pitted are just putting more and more and more time between them.
Well, how about Allen?
Barnes,
Look, 49 laps since he last pitted.
that is exactly what I was looking at a little bit ago.
Now, that car looks like it's going a little slow. I don't know if it is or not, but maybe that was just the way the angle of the camera was. Or maybe he's just running out of tires.
Well, Barnes unlapped himself 2 laps ago, and in 2 laps, Barnes has put about a 2-second gap between himself and Allen. So Barnes unlapped himself under green and is now only 27 seconds behind Allen, who's running 31-second laps. So 3.5 seconds he has put between himself and Allen in 2 laps. So Allen is definitely creeping right now, trying to make it to the end, it would appear. But Trippy, Jones, and Barnes are all
That is
back there about, yeah.
That's going to be hard to do, I think. Now, if he's got enough fuel, it looks like to me that the tires still may be giving him a little bit of trouble. Like the tires may be giving up, or he may be cracking the throttle enough, just trying to save enough fuel, or holding out for a late race caution, maybe. That may be
he better pick it up, because there's a few guys that haven't pitted. I mean, Allen, Pollock, Jones, and Trippy have all not pitted. Pollock is only 1 second behind Allen. Barnes is up to third. He's past Jones and Trippy, but 4 out of your top 5 have not pitted in this cycle. Allen, Pollock, Jones, and Trippy have not pitted. And as it stands right now, Barnes cannot catch Pollock and Allen if they do not pit. So what it's going to come down to, Allen has to dive down pit road. That's going to be it for Allen, that he could not get the caution that he needed. Pollock also on pit road. Barnes will cycle back to the lead.
Pollock is still out.
Pollock
He's
is
actually
still
a
out.
race lead. Yeah, right now.
He is. Pollock in the lead. Pollock still has yet to pit this cycle. 39 laps.
So,
He might be trying to stretch it to the end as well, because
it's
Allen
going to be
had
close.
Allen had it stretched out to 49 laps. Can Pollock stretch it out to almost a 50-lap run here to get to the end of this thing? If so, what a performance. But Allen on pit road now, 1 lap down. Barnes 20 seconds back of Pollock. In third, well, he'll be in second now, since Allen cycled back around. So there's their running order. Top 5 currently: Pollock, Barnes, Janik, Wilson, and Jones are your top 5. The crazy part about that, 4 of those top 5 are on the lead lap. All 5 are the only 5 on the lead lap. Pollock, Barnes, Janik, Wilson, and Jones. And the only 2 of those that have pitted are Janik and Barnes. Wilson, Jones just went a lap down. Wilson and Pollock have not pitted this cycle. Pollock just put the 5th place car of Jones a lap down after pitting. So Pollock and Wilson have not pitted. Barnes and Janik are doing all they can to catch up to Pollock, and Pollock is doing all he can to make it. As we're looking at Jose Mercado sitting in 6th right now, most of the field one lap down.
Boy, that was close.
That really was.
That was a tremendous closing rate there those guys had on that other car.
Absolutely.
Well, Christian Barnes right now has cut the lead down to 17 seconds with 14 laps to go. But, you know, it doesn't look like to me that Alex Pollock is laying off the throttle. I'm just wondering if the tire wear is going to, you know, be too great to overcome, as we see the 6th car right now just kind of go right by him. That'd be Jose Mercado, excuse me.
Yeah, not sure. I mean, 13 to go here. If Barnes gains a second a lap, it's going to be close between him and Pollock. The main question now is, can Pollock make it to the end on fuel? Because if not, he may fall out of the top 15 here.
Well, Alan showed us that it could be done, you know, 49 laps. But right now he's on 45 laps. So just based upon what Alan did, he's got about another 4 laps of fuel. So he's hoping for a caution. And I'm sure he's not hoping, or he's hoping that he's not involved.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're just trying to figure out what these guys are going to do right now, as we are coming down pretty close to 10 to go here, Tracy.
Oh, and look at Pollock. You know, I don't know. I was fixed to say, it looked like to me he was slowing down, maybe trying to save some fuel. But with the 87 right on his bumper, he can't let off too much. Unless he just lets him go. That would be the 87 of Steptoe. And I tell you, let's take a look. No, I'm not sure what team Steptoe is on. I didn't know if they might be teammates or something. Would kind of gang up and try to do a little bit of drafting if they were both with Black Diamond Motorsports. But I tell you, Chris, the intensity's kind of picking up here, man. 10 laps to go. I just think, you know, Alex is kind of, he's played his cards. You know what I mean? Now he's got to live with them and hope that he hits blackjack.
I was say, just like we talked about earlier. So right now, what we're seeing, Pollock is in the Earnhardt Jr. seat from 2012, and Barnes is in the Keselowski seat. So the question is Pollock, can he make it 10 more laps, or can he make it 9 more laps? If not, Barnes is going to pounce. And even if Pollock does make it 9 more laps, is Barnes going to catch him? Because Barnes is now gaining more than a second a lap.
I think Pollock was just, I'm not sure, but it looked like he might have been wiggling the car or something. I'm not sure if that works in iRacing to help the pickups there or not.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I saw him drafting a seagull down the back straightaway. He is trying to pull any draft off of anybody. He is doing he grabbed him a pigeon earlier to try to draft off of. He is doing all he can to save fuel right now. Man, 8 to go, coming to 7 to go, 10 seconds back for Barnes.
I saw flames out the pipe. He's coming in this time.
Oh, there it goes.
That is going to be bad.
That is going to be the end of his stint. Even a stop and go, that's going to knock Pollock way, way down the running order as Barnes.
Chris, I just want to mention, what a heck of a comeback to just have a shot, you know, have a chance to win this race after everything that happened earlier on.
Oh, man, that's Vegas for you, though. It gives you a little bit of hope just to steal all your clothes. I mean... Dadgummit, that's Vegas for you. It gives you that little bit of hope. It's like, oh, let me go roll them one more time, and then you leave the casino naked and without a house, without a car, and everything else. And that's what we're seeing right now with Pollock. Even though he is, he might. Did Pollock spin coming out of pit road there? I sure hope not.
I was
But
thinking
he's
it was coming off of the 5 and the 12. I'm not 100% sure about that.
maybe the 5 is running the 12 down. We may see a little aggression if the 5 got right up on the 12. We may be seeing a little action here, but the 5 coming down pit road, lots of damage, but was that a little aggression towards the 12? I wonder, we may have to try to figure out what happened there, but we're at 5 to go, so we're definitely not going to run it back right now. But this one may be hat in hand, so to speak, as Barnes is 6 seconds ahead of Janik. And then Wilson there in the 93 in third. But we got lots of cars back on the lead lap as Pollock still, after all of that, still riding around in ninth, inside the top 10 on the lead lap. But Jones will be the only car a lap down currently as we are coming to 4 to go. There it is, 4 to go, flipping over right there. I guarantee you Jones wants to see a caution right now as the first car 1 lap down, get back on that lead lap and have a shot. Right now, he's racing nobody for these next 4 laps. But Barnes has set sail 6 seconds ahead of Janik, Wilson, Allen, Whiteman, Mercado, Steptoe, Pollock, and now Bieber in ninth, back on the lead lap. Or I'm sorry, still on the lead lap. Pollock passed Bieber there to move up to 8th. And yeah, just kind of riding right along, 3 to go here. Seems like our excitement has subsided and we have fallen into our finishing order unless we are drastically surprised, because our top 3 are each separated by over 5 seconds. So Barnes to Janik is 5.5. Janik to Wilson is 5 seconds. So yeah, our top 3 podium finishers are pretty well set in stone at the moment, barring something catastrophic. Barnes, Janik, Wilson, maybe your top 3, but Allen trying to gain on Wilson, but I just don't think he has enough for him. As we come down, we're at 2 to go now. Do a quick rundown. Huge thanks to our sponsors at Black Diamond Designs, Downtown Auto Sales for coming in, presenting the High Roller 200 on Leadfoot TV with the SoarDogg Cup Series. What an awesome event as we are taking the SoarDogg White Flag. We were 1 to go here, the SoarDogg White Flag with the SoarDogg Cup Series. Barnes setting sail. Janik, Wilson, 2nd and 3rd. We come down the back straightaway for the final time. Into 3, out of 3, into 4. Smooth sailing here for the 24 of Barnes. Checkered flag, wiggle, 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 coming down the front straightaway. Christian Barnes takes the checkered. Evan Janik 2nd. A little bit of action back there between Robert Good and the 25 as they cross the line. But the 93 Isaac Wilson will be 3rd, showing Allen 4th. Everybody got really spread out there. Typical Las Vegas. All about the fuel gamble. Once we all get them across the line here, we'll run down your finishing order. But a huge congratulations to our top 3, Barnes, Janik, and Wilson once again. Caleb Jones bringing it in. Did he get it? He did. He pulled off the top 10 tonight. Caleb Jones, awesome job out of Deltona, Florida. Coming away with that top 10. Quite a few running through here.
Sorry, Chris. I was just going to see if we were going to get a smoke show. Oh, yes. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Burn them down, Barnes. Burn them down. There we go. Heck yeah, Tracy. Well, while we got that smoke show going, let's run through our finishing order here real quick. If you can throw it up on the screen for me there. Christian Barnes winning it from the pole tonight. Evan Janik's finishing right where he started in 2nd. Isaac Wilson from 7th to 3rd. Andrew Allen, big mover tonight, 19th to 4th. Brock Whiteman, 11th to 5th. Jose Mercado, 6th. Jason Steptoe, 20th to 7th. Another big mover there. Tough break for Alex Pollock, 3rd to 8th. Travis Bieber, 21st to 9th. Big mover. Caleb Jones, 22nd to 10th. And moving on down now, Devin Lucan, Gino Volante, Anthony Trippi, Noah Ganger, Robbie Good, Dana Ryan, running 3rd, started 5th. Tough break for Dana tonight. Joshua Thornton, Stephen Gill, Ryan Bittler, Cedric Hipkins. Tough break for all of those guys. Multiple laps down. Of course, Jerry Salidas and Michael Kish both started fairly well, but ended up 21st and 22nd on the night. Tough break for those guys. Obviously, the three got in trouble there with Alex early on. And that's going to be your finishing order. We're going to take a short break here, and we will have your top three to give us a few words of wisdom on how they were able to dominate this race tonight with the High Roller 200 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, presented by Downtown Auto Sales, right here on Leadfoot TV. I'm Chris Golden. He is Tracy Brown. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to Leadfoot TV NSRLA SoarDogg Cup Series High Roller 200 from Las Vegas, presented by Downtown Auto Sales. We are here with a third place finisher, Isaac Wilson, in that 93. Isaac, heck of another run. I mean, we got you here on the podium again 2 weeks in a row. Tell us about your race this week.
I mean, eventful. Getting caught in a couple wrecks very early. Luckily, didn't get too much damage. Kind of shoot myself in the foot that I tried to save fuel. I was about a gallon short, and I was thought I could save a little bit more, and I just saved too much, lost too much time. But I don't think it mattered. Christian took the 2-tire strategy I was gonna do. So unfortunately, he gambled with me. So still a P3 finish for missing the first race, 2 podiums after that, with some stage points in both stages. So slowly but surely making my way back through the standings, or not back through, just through the standings since I missed Daytona due to family commitments going to the beach.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. Well, dude, definitely making a statement here in these 2 races. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it's been the same, but I mean, same 3 guys last week and this week on the podium. So definitely making a statement here, unless I am mistaken. I'm not sure, but I know we had
Barnsley,
Janet for sure,
did you
and you
get
were
third
here.
last week, Barnsley?
No, I got
Oh,
7th. I got destroyed early on.
I don't know who got third last week, but yeah, I mean, this is probably gonna piss some people off. I don't care. Us 3 were kind of the top 3 last season for the most part, week in and week out. Usually it was Janet, Christian, and then me, and I'm always running up behind him unless I can save fuel like crazy. And that pisses Janik off, but um, no, for the most part, it was us 3. Pollock had some really strong races last season. Hatella was up there a couple races. I think if Jackson raced tonight, he would have been up there with us for sure. Jackson does really good at these mile and a half, so I think it's pretty much, you'll learn as the season go on. You're gonna see the same 3 to 5 people up front at the end of the race. Christian does really well long run. Janik just does really well at putting a whole race together, and I just gamble, and it works out for me 90% of the time.
Well, I mean, this is the perfect place for that. I mean, here in Vegas, the gambles are what usually pay off. Either that or you walk home with no clothes, no car, and completely out of food. But it seemed to work out for you tonight. I mean, pretty big payday here for third. And what sponsors do you have, or anybody that supports you that you'd like to thank for that tonight?
Well, first and foremost, got to thank you guys putting on the show, admins putting the league on, SoarDogg for letting me use them to sponsor this series, Next Level Racing, Boozy Racewear. AWG just got partnered with Rogue Energy, so I got to give them a shout out. Shout out to AWG in general, FLM for having me on their team, Andrew, Jackson, and Devin. They're a fun group to race with week in, week out. Overall, pretty good points night for us as well. I think we got top 2 finishers as far as like the race goes, unless Barnsley and Janik are teammates. I don't know if they are. So pretty good points night for the team and myself.
Heck yeah. Awesome to hear, man. Awesome performance once again. Second week in a row on the podium. And got to be honest, hopefully we'll see that awesome looking. Dude, I love red and black cars. I'm a huge fan of your paint scheme. So hopefully we'll see that paint scheme again next Tuesday right here on Leadfoot TV.
No, next Tuesday throwback week, man. Come on now.
Oh, it is throwback week. That's even better because I'm an old school. I'm an old soul. I do really enjoy throwback week. So are you going to give us a little hint? Are you still going to give us some red and black next week?
I don't know what we're gonna throw together for it. I do know I have a Greg Biffle throwback scheme that's built in case Jackson can't get the paints in time that I'll run. But I kind of want to run a Casey Kane throwback. Just because I run his number font, and he was one of my favorite drivers growing up, right by Dell Jr. It would just be weird seeing a 93 in a Dell Jr. scheme, so I'll probably throw a Casey Kane scheme together or run the Greg Biffle tribute scheme.
Ah, that's awesome. We're going to be definitely looking forward to that. But congrats again, Isaac, and we'll see you next week. I'm going to jump over here with Evan Janik, our second place finisher. I mean, we got Barnes standing by. He wanted to talk to us before he went to pit lane, or sorry, to victory lane, but we're going to talk to Evan first. Christian's already got the money and the win, so he can wait his turn. But we got Evan Janik here with a 60, finishing second. Last week's winner. Evan, kind of talk us through that one, man. It seemed like you had him covered early on.
Yeah, I thought so. At least for the long run. The short run's really what killed me. That one restart when Barnes got around me, then the 96, and I think it was the 6 got around me as well, and I had a really hard time getting back by them. And then I started to catch the 27 again, and then it just got stalled out with the air and got my tires too hot, battling with the other guys trying to get back up. So that's why I decided to pit, and I made a mistake on pit road and slid through my box, but then also ended up choosing the wrong strategy with 4 tires. So that's usually how it goes. Sucks that we couldn't get 3 in a row, winning at Daytona and at Phoenix last week, but second place isn't too bad.
For sure. Still a great points day. I mean, he has some amazing stage points early on as well. I believe you won, I want to say both stages, if I'm not mistaken. But we saw on the broadcast when you slid through your pit box, and I know that just as a driver, that had to be an absolute gut punch feeling. To be honest, I mean, just to know that you gave the race away right there.
Yeah, once I learned that he took 2, it wasn't as much of a gut punch because I was watching the time and he was driving away, like we were talking about before we went live again. 2 tires is just somehow faster than 4, and I just can't get that through my thick skull and keep choosing the wrong strategy. So um, he's gonna keep beating me like this if I don't start doing 2 tires. But yeah, never like to make mistakes and take yourself out of it. But I think he had it anyway.
For sure. Well, since Isaac gave us the reminder that next week is Throwback Week, I gotta ask all of you guys now. What are your plans for next week? Can you give us any kind of hint of what your throwback's going to be?
I don't have a clue. I just learned about it myself. I haven't been paying attention to the schedule, just kind of showing up and seeing what's going on. So I'll get with Alex and Black Diamond Designs and see what we come up with. I think I have a few older ones that I can run if he doesn't have time to make a new one, but we'll get together and try to figure something out.
Heck yeah, brother! Awesome finish tonight for second. Who would you like to thank for your performance tonight and for supporting you and everything that you do?
First, thanks to SoarDoggs for sponsoring the series. It really helps with all the broadcasts and everything with the league. Black Diamond Motorsports racing with them. Black Diamond Designs for making all my paints. SuperoilPros.com, UDig NY, and you guys for the broadcast. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait to rewatch it.
For sure. Thanks so much, Evan. It's always a pleasure to have you here in the booth. It's only the second time that we've broadcasted for you guys, but also the second time we've been able to talk to you. So that's a pretty good record so far, I'd say.
Yeah, we'll try to keep it going.
For sure, buddy. And now our leader and winner that has been so patient with us hadn't even been to victory lane yet. He has stood right here hanging out with the guys, loves Leadfoot TV so much that he wanted to be here and do his interview before even going to victory lane. Your winner, my Domino's bro, because I used to be the GM of a Domino's pizza place when I first started racing dirt. Christian Barnes, my dude, coming from 7th last week to putting on a fight and winning it this week. Christian, walk us through it today, buddy.
Yeah, I was able to start on the pole, and early on, I was thinking try to save, some tire, and Evan was easily able to, blow by me on those restarts, and I think I just kept shifting a little bit too early into fifth, and he was able to just roll forth all the way to the backstretch and was just, kind of beating me really easily on the restarts there. And then, by the time we got to the long run, he was pretty much able to just run my line. And, it's very difficult to catch somebody that's just as fast, if not faster than you. So, I knew that, later and later in the race that I'd have to, start beating them on the restarts and, be a little more aggressive. Stage two, I put myself in the back and, I had to push to get back to second. And by the time I got second, he was gone. I just, couldn't eat into it. And then once we got to stage three, I expected that we'd have more long runs and we'd possibly have a pit stop. And, I kind of found out a few weeks ago at another race that I did that 2 tires on green flag runs when you pit are actually a little bit faster because when the track builds tight, you take the 2 tires on the right, makes it a little bit looser so you can turn better. And I don't know how realistic that is, but definitely helped me build out that gap at the end. I did hear that Evan had kind of missed his box a little bit, so when I heard that on the broadcast, I was like, "Oh wow!" So I just had to not make any mistakes, just hope for no caution, and was able to bring it home.
For sure. I mean, you definitely took advantage of that. I mean, margin of victory 6.199 seconds. I mean, that's nothing to shake a stick at, Christian. So I definitely say your dice roll in the pits there, taking 2 tires, paid off. I mean, it's one of those things where it either bites you or it doesn't, and you came home the big winner tonight, man. Tell us about your paint scheme thoughts for next week. Don't completely give it away, but what are we thinking? Give us a little hint here.
Yeah, I'm not fully sure. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to run the 24 and I ran the 27 because basically every league that I run, I'm usually the 27 car. So all my paint schemes are the 27, and I just kind of forgot to change it tonight to a 24 scheme. So most likely, if I'm doing one, it'll be a 24 because I'm technically not supposed to run a different number. So um, it'll most likely be some driver that ran 24 in the past.
Oh man, I can't imagine who that would be. I can't think of a single 24 in NASCAR history. It's so weird. I don't know. But man, Christian, it's always a pleasure to have you in the booth. I mean, it's the first time we've had you, and you've been enjoyable. Who would you like to thank for your performance tonight, and as you head over to Victory Lane to celebrate?
Yeah, I want to thank Eclipse Sports for adding me on this season. Those guys are fun to be with. And then I want to thank Force Racing with Gavin Henson. He makes my paint schemes. And I want to thank y'all for broadcasting. And I'll definitely be watching it back.
Awesome, buddy. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of you guys. We appreciate NSRLA. Go enjoy celebrating with your team and with your guys. And everybody, that was Christian Barnes, your winner tonight of the High Roller 200 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, presented by Downtown Auto Sales. And pretty much, Tracy, I mean, that's all we've got here, I believe. So for Leadfoot TV, the SoarDogg Cup Series, the NSRLA, Downtown Auto Sales, and Black Diamond Designs, I'm Chris Golden, Arkham Menard Series part-timer, full-time Leadfoot TV announcer, and he is Tracy Brown, the man with the plan, pushing all the buttons there. We will see you right here next week in the SoarDogg Cup Series on Leadfoot TV. You guys stay golden.